Welcome back to episode 82 of the Shy Sports Weekly podcast. Post Super Bowl era, boys. How we doing?
Good. What a game. What a game. I'm not going to stand for any slander of the refs. I'm tired of it. I think I might get just a referee shirt that say I support the refs. I don't know how every online
Spoken like a true person who had money on the Chiefs.
in the over, thank you. Every person online is bitching about the end of that game, saying how can you end the Super Bowl on that? The guy who committed the penalty said it was a penalty. End of story. Nobody can bitch anymore. Like, he said it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Right? Like, I mean, how are people complaining about this?
Yeah, I still feel like that's one where afterwards the refs could have huddled up together, and that's one where they come back and be like, there's no penalty on the play for defensive holding. And
See,
no
but
one would have said anything about that either.
You're even doing it now. The guy who committed the penalty said, yeah, no, it was a penalty. Like, I held him. So obviously that's like, it shouldn't make a difference what period of the game it is. I know it sucks. It sucks that it was under 2 minutes in the Super Bowl in a tie game that it happened and it pretty much decided the game, but it's a penalty. Like, if you're James Bradbury, wouldn't you just not hold the guy there? Like,
I he held him because it was part of the script.
I didn't get the script. I can't read. You know what I mean? No, like,
I still think that was bullshit. There was not one pass interference or defensive holding call for the entire game until that point.
Yeah, actually, no, there was. There was one OPI, I'm pretty sure.
Was there?
I think that was the first penalty accepted was on the Eagles. Not a big deal. I cashed that one too.
But none on the defense.
No, I don't think so. I mean, to be honest, the whole game, they let the boys play.
Right.
I mean,
why change it under 2 minutes on 3rd and 8?
Because it's a penalty. If a penalty is a penalty, like, and it sucks. You would rather it not occur there, but like, okay, what if a guy?
The whole time I was freaking out too because it was
Mahomes in the head. What if a guy on that play, like, he was under pressure, hits Mahomes in the head, like, barely, but it's a penalty. Like, you're not gonna not call a penalty just because it's like, don't commit the penalty then.
Yeah, I just think before the play, the ref almost has to have more, like a longer leash on when he's pulling a flag.
But I mean, if you're think of it, I know people are obviously upset because they wanted the Eagles to get the ball again and have a more dramatic finish. But think of it from just like a Chiefs player standpoint. Like, on that play, like Juju, he got held. Bradbury said he got held. It affected the outcome of that play, which would have directly affected the outcome of the Super Bowl, right?
I think the reason people are so hung up on it too, though, is because realistically, there was no way he was getting to that ball, even if he wasn't held, because that ball was overthrown.
Yeah, but is that because he was held? I mean, no, I'm right there with you. It really did look like that ball was uncatchable, but it was before the ball was thrown that he was held, and it altered his route. So, I mean, you can't 100% say that he would have got to that ball, but it did look like he probably wouldn't have gotten to that ball. With all that said,
I just didn't like it. You walk away from the game with a bad taste in your mouth.
I walked away with that game with a great taste in my mouth.
After what could have been, should have been one of the best Super Bowls ever in the past 20 years, I'll say. It's just like, like I said, walk away with a bad taste in your mouth. It feels tainted.
I left with the taste of meatballs and little mini weenies in my mouth, mostly.
Mini weenies in your mouth, I heard.
How many did you eat?
Over, under 42. It's whatever.
Wow.
No.
Over, under Super Bowl 57.
That's a blatant lie. Hard to say.
Would you say...
keep going on. It does look like you got a fresh cut up there.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, it does. First thing I said to him was, look at the haircut. Mr. Haircut.
Call me Tyler Haircuts.
Like you got lined up, brother.
Went to the barber, a.k.a. Great Clips.
What'd you tell him?
I said, fuck me up, fam. And they listened.
Oh, you're a dirty little birdie.
Said, give me that 30-year-old engaged guy. Look.
Yeah. I said, line me up like you do Max Borcheski, dude.
I'm glad I held back there. That was going off the rails. Would you say that Super Bowl, the ending of that Super Bowl, was worse than like the Eagles' last Super Bowl against the Patriots, I would say that's a better ending. Even though there was the flag there, and they kind of just knelt it out and kicked a field goal.
It was it was super anticlimactic.
Yeah, but okay, the Eagles score with 5 minutes, get the 2-point conversion with 5 minutes, and then the Chiefs march down the field. Mahomes, 25-yard rush on like half a foot.
I agree.
I mean, it's. Don't get me wrong. I think it could have been a better ending.
The game get decided on a ticky-tack call like that. I don't think it was that blatantly obvious.
Yeah, I mean the guy literally said it was a hold.
He did admit it. He did. I think it was like a veteran thing that like veteran players try to get away with, and he got caught.
What's funny is if he, to be honest, if James Bradbury didn't admit that it was a hold, I would probably be agreeing with you. But the fact that he did admit it was a hold, it's like you can't really argue.
Right, but think about it this way too. Like you could call holding on every play.
I mean, you could have called a false start on Lane Johnson on every play. He moves before every snap. I mean, he just gets
so that furthers my point where it's like in that situation as a ref, you got to have better awareness.
So you're saying just let the Eagles get away with cheating the whole time?
I mean,
this is spoken like someone who lost money.
It just seems like the Chiefs get their way at the end of the game more often than not.
Make your own luck. Serious? I mean, yeah. If we're going back to the AFC Championship game, no. See now, I'm fuck. I feel like I'm literally just team ref right now.
Yeah, you are.
Give me my stripes. I'm literally earning my pinstripes right now. The 3rd and 9 in the AFC Championship game made no difference because I mean they got a first down because of another penalty, but then they punted, so they didn't get any points, and that hit out of bounds. I mean, it was legitimately a late hit.
Yeah, I agree. That one was way more blatant and obvious than this one, for sure.
Yeah, and just because it's not, an outrageous penalty or, something that is 100% obvious to every single person watching, doesn't mean it's not a penalty.
I asked you before the show, I was like, how would you feel if that happened to the Bears?
Oh, I'd be devastated. I'd kill myself. I'd be a sad boy.
So there you have it.
But I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it was a penalty.
We'll agree to disagree.
Oh, why don't you shut up? Earn your stripes. Ty, what did you think of the Super Bowl? What was your favorite commercial?
I don't usually pay attention to commercials. I'm usually eating like you were. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of just celebrities in every commercial, which I'm like,
welcome to television.
Yeah, I mean, come on, let's be a little original here. Instead of just getting every big name in Hollywood to be in my commercial.
What do you think of the halftime show?
Didn't watch it.
It was good.
Played ping pong. And
people love the fact that nobody came out with her. I hate that fact. She has so many songs with so many people.
She has her fastball, though.
I feel like a lot of people were ripping on that, but then there were also people defending it, saying Rihanna doesn't need.
And she doesn't. I'll agree.
All performers.
She's got her catalog that she put on a fucking show. She's got banger after banger. But would I have loved to see fucking Jay-Z come out to the 3 songs he's on with her? Yeah, that would have been sick.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That should have been a sign that the Chiefs were gonna win when she came out in that all red. It's like, come on, she's not. The Chiefs aren't gonna lose.
We all know on his way to work today, Ty was bumping to Disturbia.
Disturbia. You know me, dude.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Don't Stop the Music.
Please don't stop the music.
I mean, you can't tell me she doesn't have her fastball still.
No, of course.
I'm not talking. I mean, yeah, just in all aspects.
She's also literally pregnant, so
she's got that pregnant glow.
She's glowing. She's shining bright like a diamond, dude.
I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed the game. There was basically fireworks all the way up until the last 2 minutes, and then it was just like deflating a hot air balloon. But I'm kind of like, all right, I'm happy football's over at this point. Is that crazy to say?
The USFL starts next weekend. We're going props on that, baby. Are you kidding me?
I am ready for spring. I'm ready for March Madness. I'm ready for baseball.
I am ready for baseball. That is a goddamn fact.
Is
Pitchers
that not a perfect segue into talking about something else here?
Well, it would have been if I wasn't about to bring up our gambling records for this year.
All right, let's
So
do that.
Ty, you went into that game 28 and 30. Let's see, you went 2 and 3, so you finished the season 30 and 33 and last. That's tough. I went 2 and 3, so I finished the season 38 and 24, 38, 24 and 1. And Max, you see, was Budweiser the first beer commercial?
No idea.
I don't know. I was looking out for it, and I thought it was Bud Light.
So that's Budweiser.
Yeah.
All right, Max, it looks like you went 2 and 3. So you finished the season 32, 30 and 1. So Ty, you are the winner in last place.
And if Max had any integrity at all and would have drank the milk, I would have gladly done it also. But
we can get together one day.
Just get them balls. Just start taking shots at nacho cheese and milk.
We can throw one back and throw back a gallon.
body shots of milk, dude.
Talk about the glory days.
Right at my temple. But yeah, end of the football season. It's weird. Football is such a flash in the pan. Like I always, maybe just because I grew up with baseball being my favorite sport and playing it and just being a sick fuck about the Cubs. But I mean, baseball is literally like 8 months, right? And football is like 3, 4.
6.
It's
No, I mean
18 weeks,
6.
20 weeks,
September,
5 months.
October, November, December, January. Yeah, it's like 5.5 months.
The Bears literally played in 4, like it was like a 4-month stretch of their games though, like the regular season games. And baseball's like,
Right.
our football is just shorter. I don't know. It's
a lot different because obviously football is all condensed into one day, once a week. Baseball is every day.
Exactly. Shut up. So don't give me a hard time right now. I can't even think.
I'll never stop giving you a hard time.
Ever.
All right. Well, let's go into number 82s. Who you got? Let's see if you can.
I feel like there's not that many, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, I have a list. I found a website that actually has a list of all the number 82s in Bears history.
All right. Why don't we start with the Super Bowl announcer, Greg Olsen?
All right. So this actually is where I was going to direct us at some point. So yes, Greg Olsen. Would you say Greg Olsen is the greatest receiving tight end in Bears history? Embrace debate.
Desmond Clark.
You would say Des Clark is better?
No.
Greg Olsen has, just for reference, in almost less than half the games as Des Clark, he has 2 more receiving touchdowns. Just then that's
I guess I would say that. I mean, there's time for well, what about Ditka?
So here I'll go. I guess you could probably Dicka.
Ditka's got to be number 1.
In 84 career games with the Bears, Dicka has 4,500 receiving yards and 34 touchdowns. Greg Olsen in 62 games has just under 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, so it's Ditka.
It's Dicka. Okay.
It was always Ditka. There's time for Cole Kmet to get there.
How about this? Let's go this way. Who is on the Mount Rushmore? So who are the next 3 receiving tight ends in Bears history?
This is like you're asking for facts or you're asking for opinions?
In your opinion. No, your opinion. I have facts to prove that you're wrong, but in your opinion.
When you're fucking wrong, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, but I'm looking at literally every Bears tight end. I have the answers. You just have your brain.
All right, so Bears tight ends. Obviously, we start with Ditka and Olsen. Be honest, I kind of want to put Kmet on that list. I mean, he doesn't belong there yet, but I think he's going to get there.
So Cole Kmet's career numbers in 50 games, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. So in terms of receiving yards, he's 7th all time for Bears tight ends.
So I'll put him on my Mount Rushmore with the other 2.
Okay, and who would your 4th be? This is a good one. I like this. Max had no idea I was asking this. This is throwing him for a curveball.
I just don't want to miss someone.
Like, I'll give you some shitty names. All right. Maybe this will just jog your memory and jump you up a list. Like Kellen Davis, no.
No.
Jimmy Graham, no. Trey Burton, no. I mean, you said Des Clark. Des Clark is actually third all time in receiving yards for Bears. I'm trying to think who else. Adam Shaheen, maybe. What do you think about him? Sound. You're Googling answers now.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
don't know.
honestly, what about Zach Miller?
Okay, I actually knew you were going to go there. I thought you were going to go there. He's definitely a candidate. In 33 games, he's got just under 1,200 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns. But I feel like this guy definitely just gets, I shouldn't even say overlooked, but just forgotten about in Bears history for receiving tight ends.
Do you want to put Martellus Bennett on the list?
Martellus Bennett. Tell me he's not like just.
He was a freak.
Not
He
even,
had the ball in his hands.
It's not that he's underrated. It's just he's forgotten.
Yep.
That he was one with the Bears because it was during the Trustman era. Oh wait, actually, remember when he was at Kyle Fuller? He just absolutely like flipped
In practice, yeah.
and just body bagged him.
Yep.
But in 43 games, 208 receptions, 2,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. Like that's, I mean, yards per catch, same as Greg Olsen, 10.2. I think he might be on the Mount Rushmore of Bears receiving tight ends.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, I don't know. You probably can't put Kmet there yet, so it's probably Des Clark, Martellus Bennett, Greg Olsen, and Mike Ditka.
So there's a guy who's definitely before our time. He was on the 85 Bears, Emery Moorhead.
Okay.
106 games, 2,700 yards, 14 career receiving touchdowns. Again, different era of throwing the ball, but
all this to say that the Bears have not really had many great tight ends.
No, not at all. Like I'm literally going down the list here. It's like Matt Spieth, Jesse James, and I'm obviously just sticking to recent history. Dante Rosario,
Ryan Griffin,
Ben Broniker. Is that how you say his name? Deion Sims. Yeah, it's just like a list of just who. Logan Paulson, who also was number 82, not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking of that when I was looking at number 82 today. Like, who is the best Bears receiving tight end in franchise history? Yeah. So interesting, but good debate there. All right. Who else do you got for 82?
Tell me something about Caleb Jones.
He's Seth Jones's brother. He scored the overtime winner on Friday.
Okay.
He's a lefty. He's tall as shit. And he's very mediocre. And he's from Lamont. He's very mediocre. He makes 1.35 million a year though, so I guess it's decent.
So you told me a few things. Nice.
He's actually, wow, Jesus Christ! And his plus minus. Do you know what plus minus is in hockey?
I would imagine it's like how many points are scored while you're on the ice.
Yeah, actually, and it's even strength, so power play or penalty kill doesn't count. But he's this year he's minus 14, which isn't good.
Could just be bad timing, wrong place, wrong time.
I can't imagine too many players on the Hawks right now are actually
in the green,
have a positive plus minus.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's anybody actually. Oh wow, there's a couple guys. There's two guys who are, pardon me, actually one guy that's played more than like 5 games. Has a positive plus minus. Everybody else there's a guy who's minus 28, Philip Kurashev.
Oh God.
It's good numbers.
Patty Kane's minus 27, so that's not good either. Not the best. Not the best. I'm
out of 82s. Other than that,
I'm looking at just 82s on the Bears list, and there's actually a couple that I mentioned for the tight ends. Logan Paulson, Ben Broniker. I don't remember Dwayne Harris in 2020, but the one that sticks out to me is Chris Williams.
Yep.
That's got to be a different Chris Williams than the.
Has to be. Absolutely has to be.
Who the hell are you, bud?
No, it's
the same.
The tackle.
What the fuck? He wore 82? No.
I would have never guessed that. I didn't even think they were allowed to wear 82.
No, that's got to be Houdini.
That's way
That's
too
not
bad.
that's not right. He's 74.
It is because there's another receiver. There's a receiver named Chris Williams that played for the Bears.
That same year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. No catches, just 4 returns.
Kick return guy. He did
Guess
have
how much? Guess how much this Chris Williams weighed?
Which one?
The skinny one, the receiver.
Because you're probably talking about double the size for the other guy. The skinny one, 170.
155.
Wow.
I know. Crazy.
Like you should have to weigh a certain amount to be able to step on the field, and 155 is not enough.
What was it in like in youth football if you were like a double striper?
Couldn't carry the ball.
Yeah, like you're so big you just
That was
can't.
definitely Saul.
No stripes for me, but I did play on the line.
This guy's never earned his stripes before.
O-line and middle linebacker. Deadly combo.
What number were you?
33.
You were
I just remember I was like tall when I was younger, taller for my age. So in 5th grade, I go to try out for my first like tackle football with Pad's team. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'd love to have him on the team. I'm like trying to play quarterback. Like, yeah, we'll get you some snaps at quarterback. The whole season I played offensive line. It was horrible.
What? Never played football again.
No.
Said, fuck this, I'll start a podcast in 50. And I'll talk about it.
And I was a Thanksgiving football connoisseur.
MVP.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the viewership from the game last night. 113 million people tuned in for the Super Bowl. It says 118.7 tuned in for Rihanna's halftime show.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because everyone who's already watching the game is leaving it on.
Yeah, you're not changing the channel.
Right.
So I guess you are getting a couple of new viewers.
Yeah.
But 5 million is crazy.
That is crazy.
Side note on Rihanna, while we were looking her up, guess what her net worth is? This is unbelievable that this is her net worth.
Isn't she one of the only rappers that's a billionaire or something?
Yeah, 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's got her own fucking like product line. I think Fenty or something.
Lingerie.
Oh.
Yeah, she does. It is Fenty.
Yeah.
I don't want to look it up because I'm on my work computer right now, but I might later.
She a bad bitch, dude.
She's got 98 on the black.
Well, her opening with "Bitch Better Have My Money" too.
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did she say bitch?
That's tough.
I'm sure they bleeped
Did she
it.
swear actually?
I don't know. To be honest, I didn't see any of the halftime show.
Yeah, me neither. Like I told you, I was playing ping pong.
I put in. Did you guys have any or see any crazy props that hit?
No.
Field goal
parlays, I should say.
Parlays.
Yeah.
I saw a couple same game parlays, just of like basically a bunch of over props, like receiving totals, rushing or passing yard totals, rushing attempts, shit like that. But no, nothing like.
I put in like 4 ridiculous ones, and they all missed immediately when Jalen Hurts scored the first touchdown because they all had different first touchdown scores that were not him.
Did the rest of them hit though? Like the rest of the legs hit?
I'll see what my closest one was.
What do you think the odds were for Jalen Hurts 3 touchdowns?
I mean, him at any time.
They were. That was definitely like plus 5,000.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
No.
Oh, it had to be, right?
Plus 5,000 for him to score 3? No, it was probably plus maybe like 1,800 or something like that. But plus 5,000, come on.
Dude, for 3 touchdowns.
That's outrageous. To score 3 touchdowns?
I think it would have been plus somewhere between plus 3 and 5,000.
No, this has nothing to do with anything. But dude, am I cross-eyed? What is going on with my eye? I feel like this one's not centered. It's like over to the left. I'm not even high right now.
Do you have glaucoma?
That's the worst part about it. I might just give myself glaucoma to have an excuse for this lazy eye.
Guacamole.
Keep filibustering for me while I find my closest parlay that didn't hit.
I'm trying to. Really close. Have you guys ever heard of an octopus in football?
No.
What is that?
Well, Jalen Hurts did it. It's when a player scores a touchdown, and then when that team goes for 2, that same player converts the 2-point conversion. So it's 8
Oh.
points, 8 legs on a octopus, or 8 tentacles on an octopus. I've never heard that.
Should
I
call it a
also-
spider.
I mean, they could, but they don't. I also saw there was a prop. I think Barstool had it for someone to hit the upright.
Yeah.
It was like for them to hit the upright was plus 425.
Yep.
Which actually is kind of a. I don't know if I would do that. That's just feel like that's not a fun bet either
No,
way.
it's just so random.
I mean, yeah, maybe if you put like $1 on it, it's like, oh, I hit, but even then, it's like, man, this isn't worth it.
Yeah, none of my parlays were particularly close. So,
Oh,
the one
glad we
one-
filibustered for that.
one was here's one that was plus 50,000. It was Miles Sanders' first touchdown. He barely touched the ball. Travis Kelce anytime that hit. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns hit. Dallas Goedert over 4.5 receptions hit. Jalen Hurts over 40 plus rushing yards alternate that hit. Jalen Hurts anytime that hit. And then I had Eagles money line and AJ Brown under 72 yards.
So
It's just
You
You're
went
just-
you got like the 0 on your ACT.
yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Congrats, dude. Proud of you.
I zigged when I should have zagged.
You digged in your nose right there when you should have zagged. Dude, I got caught picking my nose in the car today on the ride home, and somebody was just staring at me daggers. I was like, yeah, I'm knuckle deep.
Then you went right back in.
Maybe that's why I'm cross-eyed. I poked my eye. I just smacked my eye around when I was picking my nose. Jesus Christ.
What do you got for us on the Cubs front?
Oh, I'm so back. Saya looks jacked.
Who does?
Saya, he looks like he did a lot of push-ups. I'll tell you that right now. Good back triceps, just nice tonnage. He just
Something tells me with all the equipment that they have that he wasn't just doing push-ups.
No. Those are push-up muscles. I can tell you that right now. He looks good. Cody Bellinger, low-key hot as shit. I don't even know if that's low-key. He's just hot as shit. Performance-wise, I don't know. Let's hope they're good. And I'm just excited that baseball's back.
Yep.
The days are getting longer. The
Sun
temperature's
staying up past 5 o'clock.
ever so slightly.
You can just smell the optimism in the air.
I know. It's like I looked up tee times the other day to see if it was like maybe I could go out and squeeze 9 in.
Yeah.
Like it's that time of year where God, winter. It just shows winter is so miserable.
Right.
That like a 45-degree day
A
with
50
some sun.
degrees and sun will cheer you up.
Oh, dude, I thought
People-
about cracking a day beer. It was day
50
drinking
degrees
weather.
in sun, people go. It's like crack for people in Chicago. They go. It's like the rooftop bars open up. There's heaters up there, but like the guys are walking around with shorts and like a long.
It's funny you say that. Like I ran into a guy in my building yesterday, and he's like,
He literally was running around saying I'm on crack. And I was like,
he's
no,
getting his bike out. He's like, yeah, man, I got to get outside. I got to get in that sun. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's 45 degrees and sunny though. So
Which is obviously hilarious to think about when
I was agreeing with him. I'm not going to act like I wasn't agreeing with him.
I know you go to Florida and once it dips into like the 60s, it could be 68 degrees and people are wearing like coats.
Yes. Canada.
Where if it somehow got this in the 60s here in February, people legitimately would just like be swimming. They'd be losing their minds. It's awesome. I love it. But no, on the Cubs front, I guess I'm happy baseball's back. It's just so nice.
Same.
Saw a couple of clips today of just the boys fielding ground balls, the catch of the mitt, the pop of the bat. It's God, I just smile thinking about it.
That's America, baby.
You think you were talking about the length of baseball versus football? Do you think the baseball season is too long?
No,
I think it's a little too long.
I will never agree with an argument that says there should be less sports anywhere.
That's fair.
If they could play year round and just never have a championship, I'd be like, fuck it, let's go.
162 games is a lot, though.
Yeah, but they also get paid how much?
True.
I mean, if you were to shorten it, how much would you shorten it by?
I think I would shorten it by like 20 games.
So 20 games per team. What's 30 times 20, Ty? 600?
Yeah, that checks out.
If I just nail that,
That checks out.
did I?
600, yeah.
So 600 games.
That's not that hard to do.
It's basic math.
What do you mean? All right. What's 40 times 32?
Well, you just added a number at the end. So.
1,200 something.
100.
1, 2, 5.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
You're losing 600 games of revenue there.
I get it. I mean, it's not going to happen.
That's essentially like 3-4 seasons for like a specific team. So like you're definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
It's all about, I mean, obviously it's all about TV revenue and gate revenue. And
Yes.
I think if they could, they would add more games, get more money. You know? I love it. All right. Ty, let's wrap it up with some of that Super Bowl trivia that you got. Unless Max, you had anything else.
No, just keep an eye on your Illini basketball and Northwestern with a big win.
I know that they beat Purdue.
Took down Purdue on Sunday.
We'll have to get a college basketball season preview.
That was like the quietest takedown of a number one team you could pretty much have.
I mean, it happened an hour before the Super Bowl.
Literally.
Like nobody gave a shit.
Like there had to be a court storming in Evanston and no one even saw it because
They cut away immediately. They're like, yeah, this sucks.
it was just the worst possible timing for that, but good for them. They're gonna make the tournament for sure.
Yeah, I think what's crazy to me is that they're not ranked. They're still they're 27th overall in the poll.
Right. Because the Big Ten is just a bloodbath. They're just cannibalizing each other.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of crazy. All right, Ty.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this, just to fucking make it worth something. I'm going to give you each 5 questions, and whoever wins
announce
can...
that this is a new segment for us one time.
Is it a segment? Is that what we're doing?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, trivia. You nailed it.
Trivia talk.
Yeah, trivia talk. Of course, Super Bowl trivia, considering...
We'll call this the big TTs, the big trivia talk.
The big TTs.
Oh, tea time.
Even better.
Tea time. Nailed
Tea
it.
time with Ty.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. Yeah. All right. We'll alternate back and forth. Who wants to go first?
Max.
All right.
I mean, or you could just read the question and then we buzz in.
Well, I'm going to give you each 5 to make it fair, but I guess you could
All right, do
steal
that.
it.
No, do that, and then I'll go first.
All right.
Is it multiple choice or fill in the blank?
Some of them are multiple choice. No, none of them are multiple choice, but some of them have multiple answers to them.
All right. No cheating, Kyle.
Yeah, no cheating. Name
hands on the
one
bill here.
team that hasn't appeared in a single Super Bowl.
Name how many teams?
Just one. There's 4 of them.
Houston Texans.
Well, who was that for?
Well, that was for Max. So good stuff.
Well, now that was for me, so now Max goes.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention during the rules.
All right, make that. You literally told me to go.
Yeah, no, I wasn't paying attention though.
Fucking nailed it, brother.
I was checking our bets, dude.
All right, so that one's Kyle's.
Yeah.
+1.
+1. All right, that one was actually kind of easy, so I'll give you another easier one. What teams have only won 1 Super Bowl? There's 4 answers.
And this is back to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
We're going to have a time limit on it or what? A team that's only won 1 Super Bowl.
Minnesota Vikings.
Never won one.
Never won one. He's right.
Okay.
How'd you not say the Bears?
Yeah.
Wow. You're right.
Could have went Bears, Jets, Saints, Seahawks.
I mean, that was staring you right in the face.
And Eagles, I guess.
Yeah.
Technically.
Okay.
All right. Kyle, back to you. Let Let's see, something goofy. What two cities have hosted the most Super Bowl games? I'll take either one.
Wow, this is an easy one. He gets the
LA?
easy questions.
Say LA?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Let's go. Miami for the steal.
Oh, yeah, it was one of two.
No, New Orleans was the other
He
one.
said you can give him one of two.
New Orleans.
Sad.
So is it Miami and New Orleans?
Miami and
Yep.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right.
Do I get a point at all there? Half a point?
We'll give you one there.
Let's go.
This guy's keeping score?
Yeah.
Guy can't even tie his shoe.
You could talk me
Let's
into,
go.
Give him all the easy ones.
You could talk me into anything. All right, this is to Max. Right?
Yep.
Name one of the two starting quarterbacks who have won Super Bowls with two different teams.
One of two?
Yeah.
Say that question again. You're breaking out. One of two quarterbacks.
Name one of two quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl with two teams.
Peyton Manning.
You're damn right.
Make that easier, dude.
He gave you. Where's the Super Bowl been the most times? Miami was a lock.
How is that a lock over Peyton Manning or Tom Brady?
True. Miami
Actually
was a lock.
Name one team that's won just one Super Bowl. You're a diehard Bears fan. You didn't say the Bears and got it
I
wrong.
choked. I got nervous.
by the
This was
way-
my first question.
By the way, Kyle's getting half a point for that one because he did say Bears, so all is
Have
fair.
the Vikings even been in a Super Bowl?
No, one of these questions is what team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held the lead? The Vikings.
That is the Vikings.
Yeah.
So they've been to the Super Bowl.
Ty literally gave me the question and the answer, and then he's going to give me a point for that.
Always.
Why would I give you a point for that?
All right. So we're tied right now, right?
That's our producer. Yeah, we're tied.
Yeah, you're tied.
1.5 to 1.5.
We're tied going into question 3.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
back to Kai. Let's see.
This is like trivia for like fourth graders.
Some of these are harder. I was just trying
And
to
I read at a 5th grade level.
keep it
Can't remember.
keep it happening for you. All right, we'll give you this one. You should know this one. Which Super Bowl? What year? I guess. Super Bowl halftime show preceded a stadium blackout.
What Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah, you could give me the performer or the year. I'll take either.
Ooh, I know there was the blackout at was it 2013? That was Ravens Niners. I don't
Nailed
know the
it.
year.
2013.
Wow.
Who was the performer?
Beyonce, dude.
I actually didn't know either of those answers.
Nailed it.
Nailed
Okay,
it. Absolutely
I'm
nailed
gonna aficionado.
Pressure's on for me now.
All right, Max. How much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
I have to guess it exactly.
Yeah, in pounds.
I don't get a range.
1 to 20.
Kyle, do you know the exact amount?
1 to 20 is your range.
1 to 20.
Pounds.
I would have guessed more than that. So I'm going to go.
For reference, the Stanley Cup is 35 pounds. That's where I was going. I'm gonna say it's probably like a fourth of that or like a fifth of that.
I'll say 14 pounds.
Incorrect. Max.
It's gotta be like
Kyle for the steal.
what's a four? Like 9 pounds.
Also wrong. It's 7 pounds.
Oh,
Wow, that's it? That thing looks heavier than 7 pounds. Must be hollow.
you obviously don't lift. You didn't do your say up push-ups, bitch.
Definitely not. Okay. This one's back to
Kyle,
Kyle,
and he's
right?
up 1. Is this the fourth question?
he's up
I'm up
one.
a full game.
Let me see. Try to give you a little tougher one. All right. What company manufactures the Lombardi Trophy?
What the fuck?
It's a
Pfizer.
no. It's a famous jeweler. What famous jeweler?
I was gonna say
makes the Lombardi?
Jostens. That was literally the first company I thought of in my mind was that Jostens company, but
I have no idea what Justin's is.
isn't that a jeweler?
Yeah, I think they do like the rings and stuff for a lot of the shit.
Jostens is a manufacturer of memorabilia.
Yeah, there you go.
Class rings. Class rings.
Class rings.
Famous jeweler. I'm gonna say Rolex.
Nah, that's a good guess. Tiffany and Co.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
All
Good
right.
question.
Yeah, you like that?
All right. So
too?
is this my fourth question?
No, this is your fifth, I
Yeah.
believe.
This is his fourth.
Okay, cool. Was that your
I think
fourth or
my
fifth?
fourth, and then we each have a fifth left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one
gotcha.
more Max is too. Ty got lost in the snake without a snake.
And I'm down a point.
I got lost in the snake.
This guy knows snakes.
All right. I'm just doing
It's
these
a
on the
daily
fly,
double, isn't it?
so I'm trying to find some more difficult ones here.
Dude, I'm scrolling Twitter right now. Andy Reid's just living his best life. He just got fucking oversized Tommy Bahama shirts with a Chiefs logo on it. Like
Eating a cheeseburger.
listen up that 7-pound trophy over his head. That makes it seem like so much more wimpy. I wish it was like 15 pounds. And it's like
I agree. I want that thing to be heavy. I want it to be 25 pounds minimum.
You should be doing curls with that thing. Get a quick workout in while you're lifting. Right. Let the veins pop. All right, Ty, did we fill enough time for you to find a question?
yeah, you did, but I really don't like any of them. But here we go. Who's this for? Max?
Hey. Max B.
Who sang the longest national anthem in Super Bowl history?
I have no fucking idea.
It was within definitely within our lifetime for sure.
Okay. Give them a range. Was it 2000 and in or 2010 and in?
I'm not positive. It doesn't say. Let me see if I can get a date for you on that.
This guy comes with trivia questions, has no idea what the answers are.
Yeah, I mean, do you expect anything less?
No, it's the best. I'm absolutely. I know exactly what's going on here. That's a good question.
It has to be a woman.
That's sexist.
Yep.
2004.
2004.
So that was that Pat's Eagles?
Madonna.
It's a very good guess, but it's incorrect. It is. Oh, I guess Kyle, you could steal if you want.
Christina Aguilera.
Also a good guess, but no. Alicia Keys.
Oh,
so it was a woman. Is it sexist because it was a woman?
Dude, you're woke. You're so
just accurate.
You're so woke.
You say she's got a fastball because she sure as shit does, bud.
What is it? On February? Come on. All right, go up a game.
All right, and the last one then for Kyle for the win. No, I guess Max has another one left.
To put me away.
To put him away.
Finally, put him out of his misery.
All right, I like this one here.
Same.
Same. How much did the first Super Bowl ticket cost? A ticket to the first Super Bowl.
Like the average?
No, I don't.
That's a very.
I'll give you a range.
It's a very arbitrary question.
I'll give you a small range.
Just tell them what it's less than.
It's less than $30.
I was gonna say $12.50.
I gotta give you a point maybe for that, dude. It's 12.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, honestly, look where my hands are. Come on.
Yeah, but he didn't say 12. He said $12.50.
Yeah, but that's true. I didn't specify if it was a flat amount.
No steal for me. Let's just see if I can tie it up here.
All right. That was pretty fucking good. I don't know.
He was so impressed.
I was going to say like $5.
He gave Max no chance to answer.
I was going to say like $5. But then Saul started making weird faces.
Yeah, I would. If he didn't say 30, I would have said probably like $6.
Yeah. All right. Give me my last chance at overtime here.
All right. Ooh, I got one of two for you. I don't know
His
which
last
one's
question is
easier.
gonna be
or
how many stitches are in a football?
How many stitches are in a baseball?
I don't know. I don't want to give this one. It might be too difficult. Fuck it. How many Super Bowls have been played in Arizona?
This is easy. Hold on. You give me what was the fucking price where it could be like, 1,000 different options, and you give him one where it's like
I mean,
6 different options? Like, come
I
on.
don't think it's that easy. I'm gonna say 1.
it's 4.
Kyle knew. How'd you know?
So I'm not a fucking idiot.
I would have never fucking known that.
There was
You
one.
act
There was
that's
like
common knowledge.
Yeah.
there was
what?
one in the 90s with the Cowboys,
Oh yeah. What? Okay.
and then there was
when we were
And
children.
there were 3 more.
I mean, Ty's got his calculator. That checks out. There was the Pats, Giants in 07, where they lost the perfect season. Then the Pats against the Seahawks, that crazy Malcolm Butler game, and then yesterday. Like, come on, dude. What do you know ball? No.
You're the only person I know in my life that would know all that.
No, I actually saw a stat last week that said this is the 4th Super Bowl in Arizona.
I saw it during the game.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was too high. I wouldn't have remembered. I thought Harrison Butker's kick was like 62 yards. It was only 42. That logo that's on like the 25-yard lines throws me off every time. I'm like, damn, this is a boot and a half. It's like 37 yards.
Chip shot.
Chip shot.
You got any more trivia questions for us?
I mean, we could throw a couple more in there, but you win, dude.
Give me one more.
Who has the most rushing yards in Super Bowl history? If you get this, I'd be fucking shocked.
Rushing yards.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith.
No. Ty, you gonna answer yes or no?
No.
He's just staring blank.
I'm looking at
He's staring blanks.
No, but
Jamal Lewis.
Terrell Davis.
this
Jamal Lewis.
it says Timmy Smith.
What?
Born in 1964, former NFL running back for the Redskins and the Cowboys.
Sounds like
played
someone
in
that-
Super Bowl 22.
Sounds like the name of someone I went to middle school with. Timmy Smith.
I had to double check it. I thought it was
I definitely
fake.
went to school with a guy named Tim Smith.
Timmy
That's
Smith.
like
Timmy.
Tim Smith is a public account. Timmy Smith is a Super Bowl running back.
How much does the halftime performer get paid?
Like
$5 million.
how much did Rihanna get paid?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it $5 million?
The answer is 0. The halftime performers don't get paid.
What?
That's true.
I've heard that before.
Wow.
Way to go, Biden. Inflation's crazy.
I feel like they always pick someone who's kind of like on the back end of their career.
Yeah, it's like it like rejuvenates.
Revitalize them a little bit.
Look at that. Look at those words. Keep firing these off. I'm actually loving this.
Kid loves trivia.
I like tea time with Ty.
Tea time with Ty, baby. You know what it is. What brand has the most commercials
T.
during the Super Bowl?
Triple threat.
Budweiser.
Budweiser it is. Nailed it. How much do Americans spend on beer for Super Bowl Sunday?
On average or in total?
In total. It's less than $2 billion, but it's more than $800 million.
Wow.
1.4 billion.
1.3.
Wow.
I went right in
Billy.
the middle.
1.3 billion.
All right, give me one more because I'm back in the catcher squat.
How much does the Super Bowl MVP get paid to say they're going to Disney?
They get paid to say that?
According to this website I'm on.
What website?
$200,000.
Pornhub?
Distractify. Super Bowl trivia.
$200,000.
I'll say, I'll say 500 grand.
75 grand.
That's still way too much.
It's still a lot of fucking money for one day.
To say, wait, that's what they get to say it or to actually go to Disneyland?
I think
Or
just
Disney
say
World?
it.
To say it.
It has to be both.
I mean,
Yeah.
either way. And a free trip to Disney, count me in.
Seriously.
All right, fellas, this is where I leave you because the catcher squad is in full force. So
So best one yet.
Best one.
best one yet.